Now, we're going to look at a half a verse today, Acts 7:42, but it's just loaded with information. And we are going to focus on a particular subject that was brought up in this verse. Verse 42, Stephen says, "But God turned away and gave them over to the worship of the hosts of heaven." In their rejection of Moses and the rejection of God, Israel turned instead to corrupt idols, bringing upon themselves the judgment. God does the same thing today. He's going to bring about judgment even today. Romans 1, verse 24 says, "Therefore God gave them up to the lusts of their heart, to the impurity and the dishonoring of their bodies among themselves, because they exchanged the truth about God for a lie, and they worshipped and served the creature rather than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen." Now, here's some reasoning why. And these are some of the acts that are done. For this reason, God gave them up to dishonorable passions. God leaves people, and here's the reason, for their women exchanged natural relations for those that are contrary to nature, and the men likewise gave up natural relations with women. They were consumed with passion for one another, men committing shameless acts with men, and receiving in themselves a due penalty for their error. But he continues, "And since they did not see to acknowledge God," remember, the whole issue is relationship with God. "God gave them up to a debased mind to do what ought not to be done. They were filled with all manners of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Though they know God's righteous decree that those who practice these things deserve to die, they not only do them but give approval to those who practice them." Notice you got to look at the whole context. This day and age, we're looking at that one area, of course, the exchanging of natural relationships, but you look on further, that is as bad as gossip. That is as bad as boastfulness. That is as bad as anger. That is as bad as being just a hateful person, being disobedient. So we have to see sin is sin. God doesn't give any excuse, say, well, that isn't as bad. No, that's as bad. And once we get that in our mind, we're going to see we are all sinners, saved by grace only. And then we are changed. God doesn't say, well, just continue being angry all the time. The hosts of heaven, we're going to look at that a little bit more in our next devotion. So who are the hosts of heaven?